If we had a virtual £1 million, would you be backing Pochettino still to be there at the start of next season or not?
I think Man United just go and get him. I know Roy Keane said the other night about just go and get Harry Kane. That's not as simple as that. You can't just, you know, I mean, that is a very, very oversimplistic view, because if Man United can't afford Harry Kane right now, because I'm pretty sure Daniel Levy would say, well, it's going to cost £250 million. That's way out of it. But I think they could go and get Pochettino. And I think if Man United are to solve any of their problems, just get rid of Solskjaer, go and get him, man.
Harry Kane's not going to want to stay if Pochettino's leaving.
Listen, just to reiterate what I just said, Harry Kane's signed a 5 or 6 year deal recently. He is going nowhere, right, unless someone comes in and, I mean, Harry Kane can kick down as many doors as he wants, and he, you know, Daniel Levy has set the precedent, and he'll say, well, look at the others, they all sell their contracts, so you're staying. Right. I mean, unless someone comes in and offers 250 million, which Real Madrid possibly could, but I'm not sure Harry Kane is worth that. Whatever you get Harry Kane for, you are paying a hugely overinflated price. Hugely.
So not worth it for whoever signs him?
Not in a million years, no, because Daniel Levy is going to sell him at market value. He's his prized asset. Why would he? He's going to build a club around him. So Harry Kane will probably, as captain, be backing Pochettino, saying, can we please try and go win a league, please? So can we go and spend 250 million quid? Which is what they need, I think.
Yeah. If Man United did get Pochettino, is he the type to go out and spend massive money, or is he the type who will be able to get players and bring them through? So Christian Eriksen comes from Ajax and under Pochettino blossoms into one of the best players in his position. Maybe a bit overrated, but certainly very good. Pochettino's track record is actually for developing good players who aren't at the top of the market.
Exactly, and I think it'll be both. I think the current squad that United have is definitely underperforming. You've got some good young talent there. You've got some young, interesting players that are kind of on the cusp of becoming world-class, or on the cusp of becoming like 100 million. I mean, the potential is there. That's why United signed them. You just need a manager to develop them, and Pochettino's the man for that. And not only would I go and get Pochettino, I'd go to Ajax and I'd go and get Edwin van der Sar, and I would just say, you're my team. Yeah. You two, please go and fix that, and I'm going back in my office to worry about pre-tax profits.
Did you not read the bit last week where he was saying, we don't make any decisions, it's was it nonsensical or insulting? Edward Woodward did his first piece in a long time. It's insulting to the great football people at the club to suggest that we're making any of the decisions. He was like, they bring us their ideas, and then effectively he was saying they are still the ultimate decision makers. It was a weird piece.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, ultimately, like, you know, he's the decision, because he's the one that okays the deals. He's the one that gets him over the line. You know, I'm pretty sure that Mourinho went to him and said, I need a left back, can you please get me, and they give him 3 targets. I would be surprised if Edward would came back with a different one, because he wasn't even on the list. And Edward, no, but everyone told me he was a really good left back. And he said, you know, he didn't fit in what I'm trying to do. That probably looks at what's going on, because sometimes the manager is going, okay, he is a good left back, but he doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. He's not where I'm trying to take this team.
There was also a bit where they'd brought a target too late to Woodward. It's like, if it's like after the transfer deadline day, it's too late. Otherwise, it's never too late to actually go and sign somebody. I don't think that's going to happen to Man United. I think Woodward still thinks he's the man for the job, and still thinks he's doing a great job, and still making loads of money for the Glazers, who think he's doing a great job. And so all that's important is they're making loads of money.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's their business model. They're the owners of the club. They're going to do that. And the Glazers are happy when, you know, those results get released every now and again about how much money they've made, and they're still the second or first richest club in the world, or whatever it is. And it's not going to change. But I'm saying, if Man United want to be a force again, because listen, one thing you can't label, you know, they've spent money. Like, they have spent massive. You know what I mean? They're upwards of nearly $1 billion. It's just short of it, or not a million miles behind Man City. So they do spend the money.
Just really badly.
Just kind of in an inconsistent way. They're going to, like, this player, and then you end up with a mishmash and 5 different styles, and none of the players look like they're going to marry up. So what I'm saying is, if you want to get Pochettino and Van der Sar, they can get on the same page, and hopefully it'll get them where they want to be.
Like, there is that great kind of story of Manchester City perhaps was losing a game 2 seasons ago, and it was at that moment when Pep Guardiola realised that Rodri was the specific person that they needed, and that's the forward planning. Exactly. Like, you've just spoken there how they're trying to predict a hamstring injury. Yeah. Surely Manchester United should be predicting which players they should be signing in 1 or 2 seasons.
I think they are, but I mean, the process with that goes is, you know, the manager will sit down with the owner and say, you know, what are we doing? I need a left back, I need a left midfield player. Okay, these are the 3 that I would like. This is the first target. If you can't get him, we'll probably go to him, and then, you know, we'll reassess that as we go. And then it looks like Woodward came back with just any left back, you know, because some agent or some other owner told him he's the best, he's going to be the best left back, or right winger, or whatever it might be. And then Jose's sitting there going, okay, you give me a right winger, and he's brilliant, and we did spend 60 million quid on him, but he wasn't even on the list that I gave you. That's from the outside. That's just a guess, but that's what it looks like is going on, you know. That they are delivering, but they're not delivering consistent.
Strategic.
Yeah, where you know, one Rodri to replace Fernandinho, you can see the link there, you know. Whereas Man United have chopped and changed different style players, and then for them to spend the amount of money they spent, then you look at their team sheet at the minute. Oh my God, it's like. It's pretty thin, huh? A lot has gone in, but an awful lot has gone out as well.
Yeah, and they still are always trying to claw back the whole, and it goes back to the start of our conversation about the Spurs situation, where Alexis Sanchez is making so much money compared to everybody else in the squad that everybody gets annoyed by the fact that
without doubt.
He's actually not earning the money he's getting paid in a way that everybody else is.
Right.
And I don't think you can come back from that until that whole group of players are gone.
Well, if you start paying players the type of money they're paying Sanchez, and you're another type of player who's carrying the team, being the main man, you're entitled to go and knock on the door of the owner and say, "Wait a minute, you've moved the pay structure. I haven't.
Yeah.
You've kind of pushed the bar here. I'm, you know, your best player. Your manager's saying every week in the paper how I'm, you know, so important to the team, the whole everything that goes with it. So I need to be bumped up, please." And then you get caught in a slippery slope, and you just. Gets out of hand then after a while, and then the change room gets upset, and everybody's going, well, hang on a minute, he gets this, why am I not getting this? He doesn't even come in anymore. It's like strange.
Can the club recover quickly from that, though?
Yeah, but they need to start at the top, and first and foremost, Ed Woodward just needs to go away into his office and put football people in charge of football and decisions. And I think Pochettino and Van der Sar just looks like a perfect team. You know, Van der Sar would have the scouting network in place around Europe, so...
They've both kind of... Van der Sar, it seemed, could have had that job. Certainly, he's not going to come out and say, I want the job until he has the job, because otherwise, you know, you put yourself in a bad negotiating position. But like they've been talking about trying to get a director of football. He's obviously the CEO at Ajax. Why has it not just happened?
Because Man United are probably still making money and they don't see a problem with it. The Glazers are probably going, well, we're trying, but Ed Woodward, maybe, I don't know the guy. I mean, there was a very interesting clip. Remember at West Ham where Phil Jones was sat behind Woodward, and he said something like sacked in the morning, and he turned around like with no authority. I mean, for a player to say that with an owner sat in front of you and to say it loud enough for him to hear you, the lack of respect. I mean, I would never, I mean, that'll just tell you, it gives you a little insight that maybe he doesn't have any authority over anything and he's just floating through the world. I saw that and I just was like I put my head in my hands and went, oh my God, you're going to be absolutely torn asunder. But the way he turned around and was like, would he say something like, we're on camera or something? It was going, oh my God. But for a player to even feel free to say that loud enough, knowing the owner sat in front of him, just shows the type of boss that he is, that they don't have any respect for him.
Yeah,